everybody. I'm Ellen. I'm Buckeye Cross Stitcher on both FlossTube and Instagram. Today is April 12th, 2025, and this is FlossTube number 5. This is a channel where I share my cross stitching and other crafting, and I actually do have a little other craft to show you today. I'm wearing my Dayton Dragons swag. They started their season last week. They are the High A affiliate of the Cincinnati Reds. And for a long time, Jim and I were season ticket holders. We kind of gave those tickets up a few years ago. But it's a good time if you ever get a chance to go to a Dragons game, win or lose. It's good family entertainment. So I highly suggest that you go if you get a chance. Currently I'm stitching poinsettia seeds by Stitching with the Housewives. That's one of the seed packets, and I have all the Christmas seed packets to do. This was the first of that series, and then I have the Halloween ones as well that she released last year. Otherwise, I have all of them caught up. I'm still trying to kind of figure out how I want to FFO them and watching Instagram to see what kind of ideas maybe I get from you guys, but anyway, for now, they're all in a pile, but I did almost finish last night poinsettia seeds. I just had the top border to finish, and I hope to do that today. Otherwise, I wanted to show you that I did finish Christmas Magic by Primrose Cottage. This is part of the Subway series. And I thought I had an idea about how I wanted to finish this, and then I kind of changed my mind. So this week I hope to work on that and to get that finished. So I was glad to get that one over with. I think you might remember me complaining about the color and cotton floss, working with that. And yeah, I really didn't like that. I don't know how much I'll use that in the future. I had a lot of knotting problems at like every other stitch. I had to flip it over to the back to see if I had a knot back there, and most of the time I did. Otherwise, my whips, One Nation, I did work on that a little bit. I'm just filling in, or I'm just stitching the red stripe borders, so really nothing much to show on that. I worked on that while I was on Zoom with my Stitchy sisters Wednesday night. Playing with Jax, I haven't done anything on that one. And I do have a FFO. I did a separate video on that, so it was kind of a secret stitch. It's for my mom for Mother's Day. I don't think that she's watching the videos, so I think it's safe to go ahead and show you that video clip of that project. It's already wrapped and ready to go, so I didn't have it here to show it to you. And other than that, I did have a shout out. I wanted to shout out, her channel name is just Lizzie, Lizzie, and she has a video out called 30 Plus Cross Stitch Finishes, where she surfed around to find finishes that inspired her, and I really didn't follow her. She was just one that popped up, and I clicked on it, and it was a really good video. She's one of our younger in the community, which I always like to find them and see what they're interested in. So give her a look if you have a chance. Otherwise, I have a video clip continuing in my family history of my great-grandmother Ruth, and showing a doily that she had made and talking about her a little bit. I have my other craft little video for you. I have haul for you, and I have my monthly series that I always switch out. I have a little video clip about those. So I think that's it, and I hope that all of you are getting a lot of good stitchy time. I hope your weather is turning better. It's been typical Ohio weather here, snow one day, rain the next, 70 the next. So hopefully spring will get straightened out here shortly. But in the meantime, until we meet again, be excellent to each other. Now that I'm doing floss tubes, I've been interested in digging out some things that family members have made for me or given to me over the years. So I've been kind of rummaging through things up in my storage to get out to show and share with you. This is kind of a big framed piece, so I thought I would do a separate video on it. But this was made by my great-grandmother. This is my dad's mother's mother. This is Grandma Ruth, and she was a hand quilter as well. And I really don't remember seeing her making the doilies. I do remember seeing her quilting though. She had a frame with a quilt set up in her home, and she was also in a quilting guild at church. And I have some memories being pretty young and going into church and seeing her and her friends hand quilting and working on a project. I don't know if they made those to give away to someone else or if they were taking turns making them for each other, but it was a lot of fun to see her and see her friends and kind of watch what they were doing when I was young. I was lucky enough to have Grandma until I was 20 years old, and she and Grandpa, they were just some of the nicest people that you would ever want to know. So I'm really happy that I was able to have one of her doilies that she made. My grandma, Dad's mom, when Grandma Ruth passed, she took the doilies that she could find and she mounted them and framed them, and so a lot of family members have one of these. So I have it tucked away in a safe place, and I'm really happy to have it. This was the secret stitch that I was working on, and I'll be showing this actually after I give this to my mom for Mother's Day. This is A Mother Is from Primrose Cottage, and I decided not to get the finishing kit on this or do a pillow, but I had in my stash this frame that has an easel on the back of it, and it had some kind of graphic in there, but I decided that this would be better for my mom to display, easier for her than a pillow is. So there were a few changes that I made on this. The center stitch on that flower I did fill in. I also moved Mother over 2 stitches. I subbed Snowball for Toasted Marshmallow, and I subbed Little Sprout for Eve's Leaves. These are classic color work colors. So I hope she likes it. I only have 2 monthly series totally completed that I switch out every month, so I thought I would show you my April installments. So on the left is Truckin' Along, that's stitching with the Housewives. I stitched all of those. I think I did most of those in 2020 and 2021. So I did get the frame that Priscilla suggested on that, and I have that hanging up in my hallway outside my craft room upstairs. I was on auto ship for that with Fat Quarter Shop. So that's when my Classic Colorworks threads collection started, and my chalkboard black 14 count Ada. So I have a lot of that still left over and use it all the time. The word plays are from with I Needle and Thread, and this is the April one, and I think this is one of my favorites. I stitched all of those on 14 count, and I did a DMC conversion on those. Occasionally I do other crafts, and I wanted to show these to you guys. I was looking around for ornament ideas late night one night, and I found a video how to make these hats, and I kept kind of surfing around, and then I found a lady who was making these gnomes, and I thought they were just adorable. I had some yarn that I don't even know where it came from or how I ended up with it, but anyway, I thought these would be a good way to use that up. So I followed her tutorial and I made those, and I think they came out really cute. The noses are just a wood ball that I found a package of at Hobby Lobby. So I hot glued those on there, and I think that they came out really well. I'll link below her YouTube so you guys can make those if you're interested. I will probably keep one and maybe donate the other two because I don't need all three, but I thought they would be cute for summer decorating with my bee themed things. I was able to get the Ladybug Picnic chart from the Crafty Grimalkin on Etsy, and she also had the fabric in 32 count, so I picked those up. I don't have a lot of weeks dye works, so I will be using the DMC conversion on this, but I just think that she's adorable, and I'm excited to get her kitted up, and hopefully I can get her stitched this summer. I purchased both the stitching kit and the finishing kit for the April Free Stitch Friday from Primrose. So I got the free stickers. That was the goodie this time. And I like having those because I like to use those for journaling in my book of days and in my date book. I opted for the 28 count ice blue Zweigart Lugana fabric. And I always love getting Classic Colorworks threads and DMC threads. Those are my favorites. I got my Just Cross Stitch magazine in the mail, and I've looked through that. There's some cute things in there. I was interested in the Kreinik threads article. There's a couple from Parkersburg, West Virginia, who were the ones that actually invented that. And they've since retired, and I think their kids have also retired, so they've sold the business. But that was an interesting article for me because Parkersburg is only about an hour away from where my mom grew up in West Virginia. So you might pick one of those up and check it out. There's a lot of good things in there this time. I also got this mesh basket in the Easter section at Walmart. And I thought this was a great deal for a wire mesh basket with a wooden handle on it for $8.98. They had it in this green color, in yellow, and in white. So I thought it would be fun for a dough bowl, maybe for bigger projects. You could also even attach a small to it. So I'm kind of interested to see what I end up doing with it. I was able to get a hold of one of these bases for the Cobalt toolbox that comes from Lowe's. Jim was able to order one for me through his account, and I don't think they're in the store. I think you actually have to get those online, but I just wanted to show you guys how nicely that fits together. I'm really excited to have this with the extra drawers that I can put things in. I have kind of sewing things in here that I use for finishing and that kind of stuff in the top ones. but I'm excited about having the extra drawers and really excited about how well those two pieces fit together.